On a cold night in a busy city, a young woman named Zainab walked slowly down an empty street, holding her newborn baby tightly against her chest. Her face was tired. Her eyes were swollen from crying. Just a week earlier, her life had completely fallen apart. Her husband, Tond, had abandoned her. He was never a responsible man. He spent his time chasing other women, ignoring his home, and avoiding responsibility. When Zainab became pregnant, he showed no interest. And the moment she gave birth, he disappeared. No calls. No support. No money. Zainab was left alone with a child she wasn't prepared to raise. She had no job. No family close by. No place to turn. The baby cried softly in her arms, innocent and unaware of the pain around him. Zainab stopped walking. Her hands trembled. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry," she whispered, tears falling. In front of her was a roadside dustbin. With a heart full of pain and confusion, she gently placed the baby inside, wrapping him carefully in cloth. She stayed there for a moment, staring. Then slowly, she turned and walked away, crying into the night. Early the next morning, Mrs. Adeyemi, the wife of a wealthy businessman, was driving through the same street. She lived a comfortable life, a big house, cars, respect, but deep inside, she carried a silent pain. She had no child. For years, she had prayed for one. She visited hospitals, spoke to specialists, went to traditional healers, attended countless church services, fasting and praying. But nothing worked. That morning, as her car slowed near the roadside, she heard something unusual. A faint cry. "Stop the car," she said immediately. She stepped out and followed the sound. It led her to the dustbin. At first, she hesitated. Then she looked inside. And froze. A baby. Weak, crying, but alive. Her heart dropped. "Oh my God," she whispered. Without thinking twice, she reached in and carried the baby into her arms. Tears rolled down her face. This child was not meant to die. When she arrived home, her husband, Mr. Adeyemi, was surprised. "What is going on?" he asked. She explained everything, her voice shaking. "I found him inside a dustbin," she said. Her husband frowned, confused. "But we don't know where he came from or who left him there." She stepped closer, holding the baby tightly. "I don't care," she said softly. "Please, let's raise him." Her husband was silent. He looked at the baby. Then at his wife. He remembered all the years she had cried quietly, all the nights she prayed for a child. He sighed deeply. "If this is what you truly want, then we will do it." That day, their lives changed forever. They named the boy David. David grew up in a home filled with love. He never lacked anything. He had good education, clean clothes, and a peaceful environment. But more importantly, he had parents who truly cared for him. Mrs. Adeyemi loved him deeply. She protected him, guided him, and raised him with strong values. As he grew older, they told him the truth. "You were not born to us," she said one day gently. "But you were given to us, and we chose you." David didn't feel ashamed. Instead, he felt special. He became kind, respectful, and thoughtful. He never forgot where he came from. David was different. He didn't chase fame or pride. He focused on purpose. He studied hard and always wanted to help others, especially the poor and forgotten. People admired his humility. As he grew older, he entered leadership. Not for power, but to make change. His honesty stood out in a world full of corruption. Step by step, people trusted him more. Years later, he rose to the highest level. David became the president of the nation. From a child left in a dustbin to a man leading millions. After his success, a woman came forward. She looked older, weak, and filled with regret. It was Zainab, his biological mother. With tears in her eyes, she said, "I am your mother. The news shocked everyone. People waited to see what David would do. He stood quietly, looking at her. Then he spoke calmly. I understand your pain, and I forgive you. He paused, then continued. But the people who raised me, who stood by me, are my true parents. There was no anger in his voice. Only truth. David stood one evening, looking at the sky. Thinking about his journey. From abandonment to purpose. From rejection to leadership. And he realized something. Your beginning does not decide your future. Love can rewrite any story. And sometimes, family is not by blood, but by choice.